Hello guys, happy Monday. Hello everybody, happy Monday. And it is Monday Motivation, and for the month of February we've been focusing on Mondays about love. So we went through everything. We went through loving others, we went through taking care of our body and loving ourselves, the 5 languages of love. And so this week, hi Nelia, how are you? Hi Fitness Life 82, what's up? Tonight we're just going to kind of wrap up the little series that I done for the last few Mondays and talk about loving others again. And I'm really going to just kind of tap on the 5 languages of love again and recap them. But this time, instead of focusing on, how we love, we're going to focus on how to use those 5 love languages to love and serve other people. How's that sound? Yeah? Because, our world can always use a little bit more love and serving of others. At the end of the day, if we don't serve, we're not going to find pleasure in anything we do. You can talk to a lot of people who are very successful out there. At the end of the day, they like to serve others. That's where they find more peace and joy, when they're serving others instead of serving ourselves. So let's get going. All right. So loving others. We're going to start with the 5 languages of love. Here they go. Quality time, service, affection, affirmation, and gifts. These are not in any particular order. It depends on each person and how they love. And if you want to take the love language test, go to lovelanguages.com. And you can take the test and find out what your love language is if you didn't tune in the first week with me. So let's go. We're going to start with quality time. So thinking about how we can love other people through quality time. What is quality time? Well, quality time and people who feel love through quality time looks something like it could be a shoulder-to-shoulder time with somebody. Meaning, I don't know if you've ever read some of those books where they talk about, men and women, how we're a little bit different, Mars, Venus. But, men a lot of times like to do the shoulder-to-shoulder time, meaning quality time in the same room, not necessarily doing the same thing together, but like with each other. It's kind of like having that companionship. If you notice a lot of dynamics in different guys' relationships and friends, or whatever, you'll see that they spend a lot of time shoulder to shoulder, doing projects together, working on things together, not necessarily face to face. But with a lot of women, we like a lot of that face-to-face time, that quality time where when we get together as women, we like to sit and have coffee together face-to-face. We like to do, most of the things are face-to-face time. I'm not saying that men don't like face-to-face time, but they do prefer a lot of those shoulder-to-shoulder things. And so looking at the different dynamics of how to serve somebody through quality time is going to vary with each person. But what are the dynamics of quality time? Making sure that with quality time, plan something. So maybe it's picking one person in your household that really needs that love language and plan something specific for them. And by the way, quality time doesn't necessarily need to be a big, ginormous quantity. It could be that you just are paying attention for 15, 20 minutes with that person. Maybe it's with your young child who likes quality time and it's playing a board game for 15, 20 minutes. It doesn't necessarily have to be, 8 hours activity. So quality time, plan something for the person, be there for the person. What does that mean, to be there? To be a good listener, to be there, right? Like be there for them in the time of need or in a moment, right? Stay in the moment. People who need quality time, and it's their love language for all of us, they, staying in the moment with them. Put your phone aside and just focus on them. By the way, this is really hard for me. I'm very, thinking about 100 things, 1,000 miles per hour. So the quality time, my husband is quality time, and I struggle sometimes because I'm thinking, okay, are you done with that story yet? I got to get going on this next thing. And so with him, I have to really just put everything aside and just focus on him. And he feels so appreciated when I'm making eye contact, when I'm actively listening, when I'm staying in the moment, and when I am just focused. So quality time means those things. So how can you give that quality love and time to a person in your life, okay? Maybe today you're just going to focus on one person or one of these 5 love languages that you can focus on for one person right now. Or maybe you can make a little list and think, gosh, my friend or my mom or my brother or whoever really needs that. So I'm going to write their name down. And in the next, weeks or days, I'm going to try to do that quality time. So that's what that quality time is. Active listening, eye contact, plan something, be there, stay in the moment with the person. Focus on them. They are the only one in the room. Yes? Okay. So write somebody down that you can do that for. I'm going to put somebody right now that I know that needs that. All right. Okay, moving on. Service is the next one. So, we all kind of have an idea of what service is. Like, it means giving to somebody, right? Services is giving to others. It could be through money. It could be through acts of service and doing things for them. So let's kind of think outside the box and think about who is somebody that you could serve right now, an act of service. A neighbor, maybe a neighbor who's in need, who's sick, or you're thinking about. I have some neighbors across the street who, they're home all the time. They have caregivers, but they're alone a lot. I know it's COVID right now, but I'm not going to let COVID stop me from serving somebody. Maybe even if I feel like, I could put my mask on and go across and just ask them, like, how are you? We miss you, want to make sure you're healthy and safe. That means a lot. That's an act of service, just showing up. But, baking some cookies or making something, right? Is there a family member that needs your service? Think about it this way. What's something you could do for somebody that they don't have time to do for themselves? Maybe they need something simple like going to get groceries or helping them get their nails done. Maybe it's an elderly person that needs to get their hair dyed and you could help them with that, right? Or somebody needs you to make some phone calls for them. They're older, they're too stressed out to make these doctor calls. And so somebody else could jump on and do something like that, right? So acts of service, cleaning, going over to a neighbor's house and washing their car, getting them groceries, right? This is another way that we can love others and serve others. So do something for a friend, co-worker, or a family member. Yeah? If you guys can think of somebody that you would want to do that for, put their name in the chat box. Be like, Bob, I'm going to help Bob this week. Who's on your heart right now? Take a moment to pray about it. Ask God to let you know, like, who can I serve? Like, maybe you don't know. Maybe you feel overwhelmed. You're scared to talk to people during coronavirus. It gets a little bit scary, right? Because you don't want to bother people. Some people are more comfortable than others with things. So that can sometimes be a little bit touchy. But you can still serve somebody by dropping some groceries off, right? Okay, let's go on to the next one. And this one I'm going to jump into because this is something that I think we're all lacking a little bit of because of kind of the state of our world. And it's affection, right? So affection, we were used to maybe hugging more. Some of us don't like to hug, right? I'm a big hugger. So if you see me, I'm ready to give both arms around you and give you a big squeeze. But some people don't like to hug. Oh, so sorry. Some people don't like to hug, but hugging and affection is super important. And people need hugs and need touch, all right? Have you ever heard of like leprosy and like the leper colonies and like when people had leprosy and everybody stayed away from them and would not touch them because they could get it? And like for them to feel like the touch of another human was like healing, like help them mentally and emotionally. So I dug into looking at what hugs can do for people. A hug. Without words, it helps us. It helps console us. It's like you don't need words. Remember the song More Than Words to show what you feel? So giving somebody a hug says so many things that sometimes our mouths can't express. A hug, like grabbing somebody and just giving them that affection and love can make them feel things that they haven't felt in a long time and comfort them in ways that a word can't express, right? So it soothes our soul, and also it helps trigger serotonin and oxytocin, and it helps release and lowers the stress hormone levels. So this is really helpful. And studies show that hugging helps us with blood pressure, and hugging can help with stress and just feeling better. It's good for the soul. So I know a lot of people maybe aren't touching others, but make sure you're hugging the ones that are closest to you and giving them that love. It reduces blood pressure, and it helps your heart rate, and it helps relax you. So go hug somebody today. So affection. How can you be affectionate? Grab somebody's hand, tell them you love them, give them that hug, give them a high five. Those people that you feel comfortable doing that with. Right, affirmation. We're almost done. We got 2 more. Affirmation. So, what did I write here? Tell them. Oh, perfect. So what is affirmation? Sorry, I keep yawning. I got up too early today. So affirmation is when we affirm somebody, when we give them words of encouragement, and we make them feel, just good in a situation. So yes, it's always nice to tell somebody you look beautiful, you look pretty, and all of these great things. But really think about how you can affirm somebody in a way that can really help them wherever they're at right now. Affirming them in their strengths, letting them know that, whatever they're going through right now, that this is going to pass, and that, that they have the strength to get through it and really push through. Sometimes people, I'm so sorry, everyone's so noisy in my house. Hold on. Hey guys, I'm doing a video. Oh. All right. Sorry, they don't understand. So, just taking that time to affirm and say, hey, you know what? I saw this in you today. Like, you really, really are doing such a great job in school right now. I know school is hard virtually, but I see you pushing yourself. Being specific with your words. Instead of just saying, wow, you're awesome, or that's cool, or you look strong. Being more specific with our words and truly affirming somebody in a way that's going to lift them up and help them get to that next place that they need to get to, right? And that's my love language, is affirmation. So for me, when you guys write to me and tell me, Mary, you are helping me so much. Thank you for what you're doing. It helps me. It lights my world up when I get these messages, because then I know that, okay, everything I've done for the last year has not been in vain, because when I get 1 message, 2 messages, whatever, the one person I helped lights up my world. And so those messages that you guys send mean so much to me, and they touch my heart in so many ways you don't even understand. And they usually come to me on some of the hardest days that I've had. And it's perfect. And I feel like God brings those to me on the days where I doubt myself and think, oh, I can't do this anymore. What am I doing? Or, oh gosh, how am I going to get through this next thing? And that's when I just shine again because of the affirmation. So today, think about somebody that you can affirm in that way. Now, maybe they're trying to do something different, and they're trying to step out in faith, and you can affirm in them a way to help them push to the next level. If it weren't for so many people in my life that have affirmed me and helped me and said, Mary, I see this in you. I see this in you. Keep going. You're doing it. Keep pushing. It really helped me level up to get to the next level so I could keep going. So those words do mean a lot. And then the last love and way you can love somebody is through gifts. Everybody has one of these that's their favorite love language. Of course, we all like gifts. But there's some people that, I'm so sorry. There are some people that truly feel so appreciated when you think of them and you give them just a little gift. And they feel so loved. And usually, by the way, you'll know someone's love language because whatever they do the most is how they really express their love, is how they, bring the love back in. So, like Stephanie the other day, which she's on here, hi Snow, she surprised us with little presents for Valentine's Day, and she has that gift of like gifts and like loving and giving little gifts, and I felt so loved and appreciated. And so, doing something simple like bringing some cookies to somebody, or, you know, making a little card, or, you know, dropping off some flowers. You know that they're going through something, or they just need cheering up, and you just want to be that share bearer, that cheer bearer in their life. And so these are just ways that we can love each other, guys. They're so simple, right? And I want you to think right now and put it in the chat box. One of these ways that somebody has served you. Put it in the chat box right now. Interact with me. One way that somebody served you like this. Any of these. Quality time, service, affection, affirmation, gifts. Go. Put it in the chat box and tell me about a time. Maybe it was affirmation. Oh my gosh, what is going on? I've never yawned this much in a video in my life. That's my 5th yawn, by the way. Give me one of these things that you have experienced. Anybody out there? Annette, Sharon, Maggie, Annette, Tracy. Anybody out there were served in a way, or you served somebody? I mean, I can keep sharing stuff, but I love it when you guys share with me. Is there anybody who has a cool story? Well, I just think that, oh, there we go, yay. Just sending me an email thanking me for reaching out to them. Yes, that's the best, right? A little email, and it brightens up your day. You know, it's nice when you get little messages on your phone. Do you sometimes find that you're like, oh, nobody sent me a message, I'm sad, right? So that day that somebody sends you one, you're like, yay, I got a message. It makes a difference. Hey, Sharon. So my husband cooks for me all the time. That's awesome. Annette, send him my way. That's a beautiful way of serving and loving, right? Acts of service. Long day, and you got a home cooked meal. That's the best. So these are ways, guys, that we can serve somebody today. So if you feel challenged and led, tell me who you're going to serve this week. Name one person, put them in the chat box that you're going to serve right now. Yay, a food and a gift. Oh, I love that. I visit my parents weekly and spoil them by buying them lunch. And yay, they are so appreciative. I love it. And that's the 6th yawn. Everybody count how many yawns I've had. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in today. Go serve somebody. Quality time, service, affection, affirmation, or gifts. One of those ways that you can love somebody today. I love you guys so much, and thanks so much for being a part of the MFF family. Yay, your daughter. She's so beautiful. I love Ashley. God bless her and her baby. So, stronger together, mind, body, soul. And don't forget, guys, join my channel. It's you can sign up. We've got a week for free on maryfultonfit.vhx.tv for all workouts, live or on demand. And I do have a new challenge coming. I just want to make you flex. It's going to be an upper body challenge. So join us for that as well. You guys, thanks so much. See you soon. God bless. Bye.